So my name's Chris. I'm owner and operator of First Step to Wellness. I'm considered a wellness coach, for lack of a better term. I'm actually a respiratory therapist. I was in medicine for about 30 years. I did cardiopulmonary. I cross-trained into a GI lab, and I did GI procedures like colonoscopies and upper endoscopies, which before this current job was probably my favorite job, was doing those kind of procedures. And I was a educator. I left patient care and went into education, and I taught paramedics and EMTs. I had my own first aid and CPR training company so that I could be a stay-at-home mom but still have my toes in the water there on the medical side of things. And it wasn't until in my 30s, late 30s, that I had my own health crisis, and I was diagnosed with celiac disease, which is basically, they call it an autoimmune disease where you can't eat gluten or wheat because it actually damages to the point of actually killing off your small bowel. Good stuff, right? The interesting part with that, which is funny, not funny, working in a GI lab, I took care of celiac patients who were underweight, malnourished, complaining of gas, bloating, diarrhea, and I've never been skinny my entire life. I'm like, I'm not a typical celiac looking patient. And the doctor's like, yes, but you have like no iron and you have no vitamin D, so you're not absorbing, so something's going on. And so when they did the blood work, my celiac panel was off the charts. And then at the time I was working in a GI lab, so one of the doctors that I worked for, he did the endoscopy and took the small bowel biopsy and calls me and he's like, Chris, I hate to tell you, you have celiac. And I'm like, dude, you're fired. So that was the first of about 5 autoimmune conditions that I was eventually diagnosed with. The celiac disease, hypothyroidism, Epstein-Barr, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia. Those are my official labels that Western medicine has given me. And I have actually successfully supported myself in all 5 of those with homeopathy and nutrition. So I don't take any medications at all. With like the fibromyalgia, if I get a flare-up, then I go back on my homeopathics and I adjust my nutritional protocol to support that. I'm not bedbound. When I was first diagnosed, I would have been bedbound if I didn't have a 6-year-old and a mother with Alzheimer's that I was taking care of. So we had a lot of pajama days. We had a lot of, let's sit on the couch and watch a movie because I didn't have any energy to do anything. And now I'm working full-time and learning as much as I can. And it started off, as a lot of people, started off with essential oils. A friend from my son's school introduced me to essential oils, and she goes, well, I gotta have this gal come and she's gotta give you this pitch and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, sure. 30 years in medicine, and I'm like, essential oils are gonna, it's like snake oil. It had such a dramatic impact on my son's allergies. That started the ball rolling from the Western medicine to the holistic side of things. And so I went from essential oils. I was introduced to a homeopath here in town. She guided me towards a course, so I took a course in homeopathy and have a diploma in homeopathy, which is a form of natural medicine. And then I spent a year and a half chairside with her, just learning whatever she was willing to share. From there, I transitioned into becoming the wellness coach for Tompkins Family Chiropractic. At that stage is where I got introduced to the nutrition response testing. Another mind-blowing experience. Again, my medical side of me was like, snake oil. And it's so far from that. I mean, it's just been amazing how that has transpired. So when I graduated high school, started college, because that's the thing you do. By October, I had dropped out of college, and my mom's like, well, you better figure something out. So I went to school and became a medical assistant. It was a 6-month class. I started working in a doctor's office, and I did that for about 4 years, and I realized that I truly loved medicine. As an MA, I wanted to be more than that, and that's when I went back to school for the respiratory therapy, respiratory, GI. So the knowledge that I received in that field has been very beneficial to this field, knowing the organs in the body and things like that. So it's just been a really good mix. I actually have a functional medicine doctor who had gone through the nutrition response test training like I had, and she reached out to me wanting me to help show her and see if this was something that she would really consider with her practice. She came to me and we went through everything, and she's like, I believe in this. I think it works. She goes, I just don't have the time to add this to my practice. Can I just refer my patients to you? And I said, well, of course. So I actually have, functional medicine doctors, and last year, October 1st was my first day of being solo, 100% First Step to Wellness all on my own, paying rent, the whole 9 yards, So freaked out, and God's good. I mean, he's just faithful. And again, my clients and the word of mouth. I mean, that's the only thing that keeps me going. And for 2024, I want more clients. I want to help more people naturally.